before we get going, let's make sure that we cover some important information here. And that is that all information presented here is for informational purposes only. The presenters are not financial advisors. All presenters' opinions are their own and is not intended to be a substitute for financial investment advice. And we're going to talk about some past results, but just keep in mind they are not indicative of future results.
Hey there, my friends. Welcome to this in-depth comparison video where we're going to do a showdown between the Royalq crypto trading software and Easybot. By the end of this video, you're going to know everything you need to know to make an informed decision as to which of these crypto trading bots you should choose to use. And for those of you that watch all the way to the end, there's a special gift waiting for you, so be sure to stick around, my friend. So let's dive right in. And the first thing worth mentioning, which is common to both Royalq and Easybot, is that your funds remain 100% in your own control. And that is very attractive, especially in the unprecedented times we're in, where there's record numbers of scams coming and going, taking advantage of the anonymity that comes with cryptocurrency. Your trading capital stays in the crypto exchange that you choose, and neither Royalq nor Easybot has any ability to get their hands on those funds. You're simply connecting to your activated software license via an API key. Both Royalq and Easybot use the USDT stablecoin as the base currency. And for crypto exchanges, Royalq currently supports the 3 following crypto exchanges and Easybot currently supports 4, because not all exchanges support API connection. When it comes to the trading strategy, Royalq primarily uses cost averaging and Easybot uses a combination of cost averaging, scalp trading and a few other proprietary strategies which we will discuss here shortly. The next one is a big one, and that is market crash correction. Not currently a function of Royalq, but it is a proprietary solution with Easybot and their trading strategy. It can actually handle up to a 70% market crash and still come out in profit without the market having to go back to that cost average price for those initial sequence of trades. So here's an example inside of the Royalq app. Here you can see 50% drawdown or current floating loss. If you're sitting in this situation for an extended period of time, it's an inefficient use of your risk capital. There's a story behind how Easybot came up with this proprietary solution, and should you decide to move forward with Easybot, you'll actually get to meet the mind behind this strategy. So back in December of 2020 was the origin of quite a large bull run, which brought everyone out of the woodwork. Everyone that could spell crypto trading bot was releasing their own trading bot because everybody's a genius in a bull market. But then, as is commonplace, there was a big market crash. The price of Bitcoin fell over 50% in 15 days, which is quite significant, but not that uncommon. However, if you had entered a trade at the peak of this, when everyone was in a state of euphoria and overwhelming optimism, everything that goes up must come down. So people are left holding trades like you saw in the previous slide for an extended period of time until the market retraces to a price point where it's able to close out those trades. However, one man figured out a way how to dive in and configure and modify the parameters to be able to dig people out of the trades they were in without the market having to return to a specific price. For me personally, sitting there with my fingers crossed, speculating and hoping that the market's going to go back up is not a reliable long-term trading strategy. Whereas the mathematical genius behind this strategy with Easybot found a way to bring down the average price of those cost average trades over time. So it would use scalp trading, set aside 50% of it, give it that to you as profit, then it took the other 50% and gradually pull down the price of that sequence of cost average trades at a rate of 3% per day, and then close out that whole sequence of trades at a profit without the market having to retrace back up into that price zone. So at an average rate of offsetting 3% per day, you can eat a 20% market drop in just 6 days, and you could eat a 50% market drop in just 15 days, which is much better than sitting there for 6 months speculating and hoping that the market is going to go back up. So the mathematical genius behind this strategy try to convey it and communicate it to the company, give that constructive feedback so that they could implement it and the whole customer base could benefit. But unfortunately, because of language barriers, because of no channel of communication there, it did not come to pass. And so this individual, along with others, decided to go their own way and start work on their own company and solve the deficiencies that were present. And that's how Easybot came to be. Now, as you watch this video, you may fall into one of two categories. Perhaps you're a complete novice with absolutely no trading experience and you feel like you're drinking from a fire hose right now. I'm speaking a different language to you. On the other side, you're an experienced trader. You want a crypto trading software that you can interact with, modify and customize and get hands-on with. Well, both of you are in the right place. If you're a complete beginner, relax, take a deep breath. You do not have to know how the software works. This can be as hands-off, as passive and fully automated as you like. The out-of-box settings are time-tested, proven. You don't have to change anything. You just put it running and it'll do the work for you, trading for you 24/7, even while you sleep. And if you're an experienced trader watching this, Easybot is fully customizable to your preferences. And let me quickly share with you some of those additional powerful features that are at your disposal. As an example, let's say you've done your own technical analysis. You predict that Ethereum, for example, is going to drop 5%, bounce off a support level and then do a run-up. Well, you can configure Easybot to wait for the market to fall 5%, retrace 1% and then enter your initial order. Easybot also has a trailing take profit to maximize profit on a run-up, and you can decide how far the market has to pull back before it locks in your profits. It's also worth mentioning that Easybot has been thoroughly back-tested and forward-tested. It was back-tested through 2021 with 1-minute tick data from the Binance exchange. It survived the markets that we just described, and it did not have a losing month. It came out with an average of 5% per month for 2021, despite the big 50% market crash. The company also provides forward-tested trading performance for each of the coins that the crypto trading bot supports. The next feature, which is another really significant one, and that is auto compounding. It's currently not available with Royalq. It is, however, a feature with Easybot. And it's so significant that we're going to hop to one side here for a second, and I'm going to help you understand the power of compounding. If you look at that right-hand chart, that blue line represents linear growth, whereas the red line represents exponential compounded growth. In simple terms, that's when the money that your money earns you more money. That effect over time compounding on itself is how you create wealth. And just to run through a hypothetical example, past performance is not a guarantee of future results. But let's say you're earning a trading profit rate of 10% per month return on your trading capital. After 1 year, quite significant. You can see 231% overall profit. Your overall investment, 16,500. After 3 years, however, that's 182,000, starting with an initial balance of 5,000. That's what's possible. Now, the beautiful thing about Easybot is that it doesn't compound monthly, it doesn't compound weekly or even daily. It's actually compounding on a per trade basis. So every time a trade closes successfully, the amount of capital allocated to that particular crypto coin increases. It takes a percentage of that for the initial trade order that it enters the market with. So you're compounding from one trade to the next multiple times per day, which is extremely powerful. Next, let's compare the amount of crypto coins that's currently supported. The Royalq crypto trading bot has a range from 8 to 52, and that range is dependent on which crypto exchange you're using. So Coinbase Pro currently supports 8 tokens, whereas Binance supports 52 on the high end, and Huobi's in the middle with 49. Easybot does not currently support as many coins. It has a range from 10 to 21, but they're more carefully hand-picked and selected for stability, the volatility and overall predictability of those particular coins, and also what's called ADR, the average daily range that they tend to move within, so that people can get more predictable results. A lot of people think that they're diversifying by including a whole range of different tokens, but it's somewhat of an illusion, and here's why. the cryptocurrency market is still in its infancy, and each token is quite closely correlated and coupled to the price action of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin sneezes, the whole crypto market gets a cold and catches a cold. As you can see here along the right hand side, it's almost like a mirror image, the price action. So you're not necessarily getting a whole lot of diversity by introducing many coins, especially the more unstable coins that are prone to high volatility, that have a low amount of liquidity. They can make massive jumps and massive crashes. Both Royalq and Easybot use spot trading, so there's no leverage, no margin. We can't purchase more than we actually own. We're simply trading coin for coin. We're exchanging USDT for a real-time settlement of Ethereum, for example, or we're purchasing ADA or Solana, whatever the case may be. In other words, worst case scenario, you're simply left holding cryptocurrency. So you can actually be strategic about which coins and which pairs you decide to run on the crypto trading bot. But with strategic entry at specific price points through cost averaging and the scalp trading with Easybot, you can actually be making money along the way. There's no guarantees of how much you make, and you may notice I'm not really even mentioning that in this video because past performance is not a guarantee of future results, but on average with historical trading performance as a metric, both Royalq and Easybot, you can be expecting anywhere from 8 to 12% per month, but it's not a guarantee, my friend. The next thing to compare is whether or not there is social trading or copy trading available. There is with Royalq, however, it is not a feature with Easybot. In case you're not aware, social trading is where you can follow and mirror or copy the trading strategies of a certain individual that perhaps has a certain proven historical trading performance. You will basically mirror and copy his configurations. He'll give some guidance on how much capital, for example, to allocate to each coin based on his or her particular strategy. Now, many people will see this as a valuable feature, but for me personally, I feel it introduces an unnecessary layer of complexity trying to decide which individuals to follow. Also, it's prone to manipulation because by simply using a small trading balance, they can artificially inflate the amount of returns that they were actually getting. Also, the whole point of having a crypto trading software is to eliminate human emotional bias and the human emotional involvement in trading so that we can go about our lives and simply robotics can execute predefined parameters without any human intervention. And you will see that these people compete with each other and they involve emotion and they involve greed to try and artificially inflate the results so that more people subscribe to their trading strategy. And for me personally, that defeats the whole point of using artificial intelligence and technology to do the trading for us. The suggested amount of dollars to use per coin, the amount of capital you should allocate, is going to vary for Royalq because of the reasons I just mentioned. Each trading strategy is going to be different of those circles that you follow, depending on the individual, whether they have a more aggressive strategy or a more conservative strategy. I've seen it range anywhere from $100 to 1,000 USDT per coin. With Easybot, it is suggested by the software developer that you allocate 600 USDT per coin. Obviously, you can go below that. If you attempt to go below that, you'll be shown a friendly warning and you can proceed at your own risk. However, this amount is mathematically calculated to handle that 70% market crash that we spoke about earlier with market crash correction. So when you deviate outside of the default out-of-box settings, you're doing so at your own risk, and I would only stray away from proven optimal settings dependent on the amount of experience that you have as a trader. The next comparison, which is another quite significant one, is whether or not there is a free software version. There is not with Royalq, however, there is with Easybot. The free version does not have the full-blown functionality that comes with the paid version. However, a person can get in, get started for free, start earning trading profits and pay for their upgrade if they choose to do so, or they can stay free forever if they want. The trading performance fee is 20% with Royalq. It's 20% with the paid version of Easybot as well, and it's 30% for the free version. So a person using the free software can use it forever and keep 70% of their profits. For some reason, some people have an issue with paying a performance fee. However, there is an alternative. You can spend the next 3 to 5 years of your life staying up all night staring at candlestick charts to become a professional trader, and then you get to keep 100% of your profits. But if you value time freedom and you want to purchase more time, then there's a price to pay, and that is the performance fee. And most people are happy to pay it. The annual software activation fee is $100 for Royalq, and there's 2 options with Easybot. $250 for novice, and for VIP it's $995. Obviously there's a discrepancy there between the price of Royalq and Easybot. However, a person can get started for free and always use their trading profits to upgrade if that price point is a concern for them. So what's different about the VIP version, for example? Well, it's going to determine how many exchanges you can use at the same time, how many coins you can trade, and you actually get VIP concierge support. So you get live on Zoom with the technical professional that will actually help you get set up, and you have them available whenever you need them. You also get to the front of the line on the live weekly Zoom calls, which we'll talk about later on, and you basically get first access to everything. Next up is concurrent trading strategies, which is not available for Royalq. It is for Easybot. It basically means that you're allowed to run multiple simultaneous trading strategies on the one currency pair, on the one exchange. So let's say you're trading USDT Ethereum. Well, you can set up multiple profiles with different trading configurations if you know what you're doing, as many as you want, and you can run them simultaneously and the same exchange on the same coin. So quite a powerful feature if you want to venture outside of the optimal settings that come pre-configured with Easybot. When I find something that truly works that can genuinely benefit other people, I feel it's my ethical and moral obligation to share it with others. And one of the deciding factors that's very important to me is whether or not there is support available. With Royalq, it's almost non-existent. However, don't get me wrong, there are some fantastic leaders in Royalq that have taken the initiative to set up their own support systems, and they're doing a wonderful job of it with their teams. With Easybot, however, it's part of the package. There's 24/7 customer support. There's multiple weekly Zoom calls that you can hop on, get help with onboarding, get help with your settings, whatever you need. With community support, Easybot has its own social media platform where you can actually make connections, follow all the posts, tag a support question, anything that you need right inside the community. So it's a great thriving environment to help you grow and help you learn. Another big deciding factor, especially in the context of sharing a crypto trading bot with others, is transparent ownership of who is actually behind the company. With Royalq, it remains anonymous. However, with Easybot, they're fully transparent out in the open for everyone to see. For me, in terms of trust in the longevity and sustainability of a company, I like to have the owners out in front where they can be held accountable for their actions, whereas with Royalq, we don't know who's behind the company. In terms of access to the software developer, we don't know who coded it with Royalq. There's rumors that it was a white label of another company, which I won't mention, but with Easybot, it's fully transparent. Again, we have access to this person multiple times per week on live Zooms inside of the community, so you get to learn from the mind behind the algorithm, which is very powerful. And the next feature will be important to those of you who would plan to share the crypto trading bot with others, and that is done for you sales funnels, marketing funnels that hold your prospect by the hand and take them step by step through the buying decision. With Easybot, that is available. And that takes us nicely to the next section of this comparison video, and that is to compare the compensation plans of Royalq and Easybot. Some of you arrived on this video looking for the best crypto trading software or a crypto trading bot that you can use, and that's all you want to do and you don't want to share it with others. That's perfectly fine. This next section may not be of great importance to you. However, when you find something that works, it's very hard to keep it to yourself, and there's very lucrative compensation plans should you decide to share Royalq or Easybot. Either way, if you simply just want to use the software, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and click the links in the description below this video, get plugged in so that you can get started. First of all, the structure of both Royalq and Easybot is a uni-level compensation plan. That means your personal referrals are all on your first level, laterally from left to right, depending on the time that they joined. There's no spillover here. It's not a binary. You can't get spillover from above, anything like that. In terms of ranks, Royalq has 6 ranks with specific requirements to reach those ranks. Easybot has 11 different ranks. A fast start bonus is present with both Royalq and Easybot. There is a range for this with Royalq. Fast start bonus is paid on that $100 annual activation fee. So when you're V1 rank, the very first rank in Royalq, you're getting 30% of that $100, in other words, $30. On the high end, when you get all the way up to the top rank in the company, V6, you're going to be earning $70, 70% on that $100 activation fee. With Easybot, it's fixed at 40%, even if you're a free member, even if you're a paid member. And that's one of the nice things about Easybot. You can come in as a free member and you get the same commissions throughout the compensation plan as a VIP member. They really have designed it for everybody to win. And 40% on that VIP is quite nice. It's a $400 commission that's going to repeat annually. Check matching bonus is not currently present in the Royalq compensation plan. It is a feature of the Easybot comp plan, and it is quite lucrative because if you bring in somebody that builds a big team, for example, they're earning $100,000 a month, you're going to get an 8% check match on their earnings. All the trading profits they're earning from their entire team, you're going to get an 8% match every single month. On the second tier, in other words, the people that they referred, you're also getting a 3% check match on that. So 2 levels into your genealogy, you're going to be earning those check matches, which is a very powerful leveraged way to be earning off the efforts of others. And that's one of the beautiful things about compensation plans. You're paid in direct proportion for the amount of value and service that you are responsible for contributing to the marketplace, and you can only succeed to the extent that you help others succeed. So you have to lift other people up with you in order to succeed. The performance fee payout is a maximum of 60% for Royalq. So depending on your rank from V1 all the way up to V6 is going to determine how much of that 20% performance fee you're going to earn on people's trading profits throughout your organization. With Easybot, it's a maximum of 54%. However, in order to earn that 60% with Royalq, you need 1,500 people on your team, whereas with Easybot and a team of just 12 people, you unlock 15 generations deep into your organization. And when you add up all of those levels, it's a total of 50% of the performance fee paid out. The next comparison I like to call compensation plan breakage, which can be described as lost commissions. Unfortunately, one of the demoralizing things with the way the Royalq compensation plan is designed is that when a person reaches your rank, you can lose a big chunk of your commissions. For example, a person that's a V6 rank, they're earning 60% of the performance fee. But what happens when someone else under you achieves that V6 rank as well? Well, you can't both be earning 60% because that's 120% on the same person, which doesn't make any mathematical sense. Therefore, you lose a lot of the commissions once that person achieves that rank. And for me, this is counterintuitive to one of the beautiful things about this industry and compensation plans, that you reach down and you help other people, you lead by example, and you bring people with you. However, this could be perceived as a deterrent to do that, because as people rise to your level, you're going to be losing a chunk of your income, and that doesn't drive the right behavior. With the Easybot, even if you're a free member, you earn the same commissions as a paid member, and you can sponsor one person that's a big runner that brings in a massive team, and you can basically retire on just sponsoring one person. The direct referral requirements are more easy to achieve with Easybot as well. With just 5 personal referrals, you can go to the top of the compensation plan, whereas you need 20 with Royalq. Both have revenue share pools at the top ranks. Royalq distributes 5% of revenue to the V6 distributors, whereas with the Easybot, you get 5% spread across the top 2 ranks. In terms of total payout, Royalq pays 70% through the compensation plan. Easybot pays 80%. Depending on when you see this video, you may still be eligible to qualify for the Founders Pool with Easybot. With Royalq, in order to get access to a revenue share pool, you need to be the rank of V6, which means you need a team of 1,500 people with an active software license. You can qualify for this Founders Club with the team of just 12 people and 5% of top-line revenue for the entire lifetime of Easybot is going to go into this pool, and you'll only be sharing it with 999 other people because it's time sensitive. The first 1,000 people that qualify will be locked in for life. This is extremely powerful. Depending on when you see this video, get plugged in, my friend, as fast as you can. Roll up the sleeves and take action, because this is going to be a very lucrative pool. Remember what I said about auto compounding and the power of compounding over time. Just imagine the revenue that can be in this trading pool when there's hundreds of thousands of people automatically compounding their trading profits on a daily basis.